Hi, I'm Jo and welcome back to the Knitting Bird. I'm coming to you from a very cloudy, partly sunny day here in Plymouth, Devon. So this is going to be a traditional podcast where I talk about my WIPs, audiobooks I've listened to and any purchases I've made at the end, and a bit of life at the end as well. Before we get started, I would just like to say a massive thank you to all of the people that have subscribed to me in the last couple of weeks. It's been amazing. I've been blown away by the whole thing. You would have seen I've done a short when I got 50. I've now got 64 subscribers, so thank you and hello, you're all very welcome here. Yeah, it's been a bit overwhelming for me. My phone keeps pinging with lovely comments. I'm on Instagram as the Knitting Bird 24, so go and check that out. I did do a little post last night regarding my Gansey, so you can go and have a look at that. I'm all new to Instagram, so it's taken me a little bit of time to get used to navigating it and how to post things. I did manage to post something, but I really don't know how I did it. But there you go, it's all a learning curve, isn't it? So yeah, I just wanted to say a massive thank you. It means a lot to me, so thank you for that. Yeah, so where to get started? My father-in-law's sock. So, as you're aware, last time I'd finished one and he's got a big foot. So this is an 80 stitch sock, heel flap and gusset, hair there, and it is Merino sock superwash, lovely wool. Very soft. My father-in-law's 93, so he likes things that are nice and soft. And this is where I am with the other one. And you would have seen last time, I think I was decreasing back to the 80 stitches. And that's complete. And we're nearly there. I was knitting on this last night. Trying to get it finished, and we're gonna have matching socks. So as you can see, I haven't got far to go to finish, just seems to be taking its time. So there we go, matching socks. He's gonna love them, and what I'm gonna try and do is finish them for Father's Day, which is coming up here in the UK. So that would be nice, get them off, I really need to get them off the needles, to be fair. So that's that. The other thing that I've been working on in the evenings is my hoodie. You haven't seen this for a while, I think. I was on the back panel. And here we are. So the back panel has German short row shaping, and then you pick up your sleeves, pick up for the left front on the cast on edge, and you do short row shaping to knit that down, and then you pick up the other side and do short row shaping to knit that for a little bit. And then you cast on stitches in the middle. Oh, I'm super happy with this. I'm making a medium size, which would be a 44 inch. I really wanted an oversized baggy hoodie for the summer, for when you sat on the beach and just needed a bit of a chill out. And when it's a bit chilly, when you've been in the water and that. So I just have to knit it to meet the back. So I haven't got long to go on that. I was knitting this in knit group yesterday morning, my local knitting group. I was going to take Gansey, but I can't concentrate on that and then not be in the conversation. So I was knitting on this to try and get this done. So then after this will create the armhole, and then you'll be joining to make it knit in the round, and then you knit the body. So the whole body is going to be grey, and it's an Aldi yarn. And this is the pattern. It's the Besties Hoodie by Tincanknits. Really clever pattern, easy to read, easy to follow. There's lots of sizes. It goes from newborn to a man's 6XL. So you have to go and check that out. I'll put it in the description box below. It's a really lovely pattern. So as you can see, the sleeves are different colours, the hood and the pockets different colours. So my body of mine is going to be grey. The sleeves are going to be this lilac colour, which I've mentioned on another podcast before, and it's Knit Craft Make the Change. And then the pocket is going to be this Kinko Splash double knit, which is like a variegated purpley colour, and it's going to be the pocket and the eye cord. And the hood, sorry, is going to be this lilac colour. So I'm really super happy with that. So that's knitting away nicely. The other thing that I've been knitting on, well, I haven't touched this for a week, and it's the Pouf. The lights, really, I'm hoping you can see this. It's the Pouf. And so I've got 6 balls left, and the last time you've seen it, I did try it on. Let me see. It's in my tote bag, Joe's knitting, from my daughter-in-law. So I'm using Merino Blend DK, and it's got flecks of colour in, and it's called Teary. It's a superwash wool, 3801. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze there, full of sneeze and cold. So this is what it's looking like. There we go. Oh, I'm super happy with this. So what I've done, it's still got the needles on, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, as you can see there, it's still got the needles on. I'm going to put these on hold, and I'm going to pick up the stitches for the sleeves, knit the sleeves down, and then I can see how much yarn I've got left to make the body longer if need be. I'm a bit wary that I might not have enough wool. But I hope you can see the colours all in there. If I half it, you can see it a bit better. Oh, really love that. So that's coming along, and I really like that. I like the colour. The knitting forecast was knitting it on an ogre jumper, and I thought, oh, I really like that, and she said it was a really lovely yarn to knit with, and it really is. It's a merino yarn, and it's really nice. So that's that one. So that's 3 of my works in progress. I've never been one to have so many works in progress on the needles, and obviously I've got my Gansey on the needle, and I've also got my son's Gansey on the needles. For me, it's a bit overwhelming. I don't know what to pick up, what to do next. At the moment, in my head, the priority is the Gansey and my father-in-law's socks. So that's what I'll be working on the next couple of days, or whatever, in the next week or so. Yeah, so the other thing that I've been knitting on obviously is my Gansey. Oh, I'm super, super happy. The front panel of my Gansey is now complete. This is the pattern, and I shall put this, it's in on my home screen, so when you go click into the Knitting Bird, there is a link. You push more and there's a link to the Gansey. You can buy the pattern. It's a really, really good pattern. This is my third Gansey I'm knitting now. And I've just had someone order another one from me as well. So I think I've got like 5 on order now. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. People keep asking me, and I tend to can't say no, which is my downfall. I need to start saying no, I can't do it. But I enjoy knitting them so much that it's a pleasure to be able to knit them and say, oh, I've knitted that, when I see someone wearing one of my Ganseys. So, I don't know how I'm going to show you, because as you can see, and I think you've seen this bit before, the Gansey's got hair on it. So I think where you've seen it before was I'd only done this bit of the chart. And so now I've done this much. Oh, I'm super happy with it. I'll see if I can. So you have your gusset there, and I'm hoping you can be able to see that on there, and that's on hold. And then this 9 inches forms your armhole. And I'm trying to bring it closer so you can see the pattern. I'm on my second 500 gram ball. I just started it about, I don't know, that much away. 2 inches or so, 2-3 inches. Super happy. I put that on hold last night, and then the other stitches I put on a needle, and then I just need to knit this bit up for 9 inches now to meet the front. I did have a bit of a difficulty last night. Well, I had a bit of a difficulty on Sunday. The one I knitted for my husband required 9 inches for the armhole, and I'd written down on a bit of paper exactly what rows of the pattern I used to get to the 9 inches. When I was nearly at the 9 inches, I had 2 rows to complete, so I had I decreased 6 stitches on the right side row and then do a wrong side row. But when I went to go and measure, it was only measuring at 8 inches, and I was like, well, that's not right, and I was getting really frustrated that why is it not measuring correctly. And because of the weight of the Gansey, it's pulling the Gansey, this was pulling down, so it wasn't measuring the 9 inches, it was only measuring 8 inches, because the weight of the needle was literally bending like this. It is a heavy garment, and it's a 48-inch garment, so it is heavy. But then I managed yesterday morning. Me and my husband was measuring it against his Gansey, and we were like, well, that's correct. And then the chevron pattern, we were counting the points, and it was supposed to be 17, and there is 17 here, but it was still not measuring correctly, and I was getting very annoyed with it. But now it's measuring 9 inches, and I managed to do the last 2 rounds yesterday afternoon, and then I've put it on hold. So I'm super happy with that. And now all I have to do, like I said, is the back. I'm hoping I can get quite a bit of work done on this week, and then all I'll have to do is the neck and 2 sleeves, which I don't have to really think about or concentrate on the pattern. So I'm really super happy with that. And as you can see, that's the gusset there, and then the gusset, you decrease the gusset and that will form onto the sleeve. Oh, super, super happy. Yay. Huh? Oh, I love it. And I've been having some lovely comments from a lady called Kat, and she was saying knit on the Gansey during the day and then whatever you want to of an evening, which is just like mindless, you don't have to think about, which is what I've been doing actually, because there's only so much Gansey you can knit during the day. So I knit on this, and then the evenings I knit on something else. Yeah, super happy with that. So yeah, that's my Gansey. So yeah, super happy with that, really, really chuffed. So a bit about what I've been reading. I'm looking at my notes, sorry. So I did listen to Bob Mortimer, Hotel Avacado. Oh, it was really good. Bob Mortimer did most of the characters. Talked about. He was the one that did all the characters. It was really good. And then the other one that I listened to was Kathy Burke, A Mind of My Own, and it was her autobiography. And again, that was really good. That was really interesting on how she become all these different characters for the telly, and who she used to work with and everything. So go check that out. It was a really, really good book. And the new book that I'm listening to is Unholy Murder from Lynda Plante, and I really fancy something about murder, because I haven't listened to a murder audiobook for a long time. So I've been listening to that and got quite engrossed in that while I was knitting on my Gansey, so that was really good. So that's the books I've been listening to. What else is on here? Oh, so I did buy a new pattern. Last week I did a yarn organisation video, so thank you everyone for all the thumbs up and the comments, and I had a lovely comment from Hooked and Happy podcast. Oh, Joe, hello, thank you for your lovely comment. It was really nice of you, and it was talking about the bouquet yarn that I had a whole comb in and mohair. So if you haven't seen the video, go back and check that video. And she mentioned about the Cloudy Nora shawl, and I bought the pattern, so thank you, Joe. It was really kind of you to mention that pattern. I had a look at it and I thought, oh, that would be really nice. I've not knitted a shawl before, so it would be nice to try something a bit different, and it will use up some of that yarn. So thank you for that. Yeah, I really like that. What else? Yeah, a bit about life really. So last weekend just gone, we went to a wedding on the Saturday night. Here in Plymouth we have a Plymouth Hoe and an outdoor swimming pool called Tinside Swimming Pool, which has been there for many, many years, but they now have a function room. And dear friends of ours, Alan and Barbara, renewed their vows. They've been married 60 years. So we went to their wedding on Saturday night just gone. It was absolutely amazing. They got married in 1966 and she wasn't allowed to wear a white wedding dress. So Saturday she wore an ivory white wedding dress and it was absolutely gorgeous. She looked amazing in it. And then we had buffet food and a dance, and they had a tribute band of Elvis. So I got up and danced and it was a really lovely, lovely evening. And as I said previously, I had another order for a Gansey. So last September we were going to a friend's birthday do, and I mentioned that I was knitting on Ganseys, and a friend of ours that is a singer said, oh, I would like one of them. I'll put an order in, please. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was having a bit of a joke with me and he didn't really want one. And then on Saturday night he said, don't forget about my order. And I went, order? What do you mean order? And he went, my order. And I went, oh yeah, you ordered a Gansey, didn't you? And he said, yeah. I said, well, don't forget, it takes me time. And he went, no, it's fine. He said, my weight goes up and down. I said, no, that's fine. I won't measure you until the time I need to knit it. So now I've got 5 Ganseys on order. I really have to stop saying yes. But I'm super happy that he's asked me to knit one, so I'm really, really pleased with that. Yeah, so it's been a lovely weekend. My little girl's doing really well. She's been communicating a little bit more as well, so she's been enjoying school in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, life's really good at the moment. Husband's been going out fishing and I've been knitting a lot and stuff. My son's just come back, my 21-year-old's just come back from America, and he had an absolutely brilliant time. He went Disneyland with his girlfriend and his family, or her family, sorry, and he had a marvellous time. So it's really lovely to have him back. And then this afternoon I'm making cakes for my older boys work. It's his last day at work tomorrow. He's venturing on a new job, so me and my husband are making cakes when I've recorded this, and then I can do some knitting this afternoon in some quietness before the school run and pick up, and hopefully it's not raining then. It always rains when you go on the pick up school run, doesn't it? Especially when you've got to wait for transport. Yeah, so that's a bit of what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks knitting wise. I'm really chuffed on my Gansey, so the hope is I can get quite a bit of that done by next podcast, by next week, so that I want at least half of the back to be done by next week. So if you've watched to the end, please give me a sunshine emoji, seeing the sun is trying to come out. Please carry on with the likes and the comments. Subscribe if you really like this. And I shall see you on the next one. Take care. Happy knitting. Bye for now.